Disney Cruise Line is really well known for their amazing food, and today we're going to be talking about some of our favorites on the Disney Dream.
Yeah, when we went on our last cruise in April, there were a few standout options that we had, either at Cabanas or at some of the restaurants, and today we're going to tell you guys what we liked the most on our last cruise. So on the first night of our cruise on the Dream, we ate at Royal Palace, and two of the things that we really liked here was the bread service and the fried brie.
Yeah.
Now the bread service was a French country bread with olive oil, and I thought both of those went very well together. And then the fried brie is what you had as your appetizer, and we both tried it and we both really liked it.
Yeah, so what it was just a fried brie, and it came with cranberry that you can put on it as well, and it was really delicious. So the standout things were mostly the appetizers during this meal. We weren't crazy about what we chose as our entree, but there's some really good things coming up.
Moving on to Animator's Palate, which we actually ate at twice on our cruise. And one of the times we ate there, we had a really good experience. We both kind of liked a little bit of everything there.
Yeah.
So when we went there, we had the black truffle pasta. That's what I had as my appetizer. And that was absolutely out of this world. That is something that I cannot recommend enough. If you guys are on either the Dream or if they have it on other restaurants on the cruise line, black truffle pasta is fantastic. It's a small serving, so maybe you get two of them, especially if you're gonna split it. But yeah, the black truffle pasta was just so good.
Yeah, and I tried it too, and I really thought it was delicious. And then for my appetizer, I had the Salmon Tartare, and that was really good. If you're a seafood fan, it was really delicious. It came with, I think, cucumbers on the bottom with the Salmon Tartare on top. It was very fishy, so I said Matt was not gonna like
Not
it.
for me.
But if you like seafood, I highly recommend trying it because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and on that same night, you had the better of the two entrees.
Yeah,
we both tried. I tried a little bit of your entree, and it was really good.
It was probably my favorite entree that I got throughout the whole cruise on this time. So it was ginger, teriyaki dusted, Angus beef tenderloin.
It's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words, but it was so delicious. The flavor of the sauce was out of this world, and then it also just like fell apart and melted in your mouth. It was so good. So if you have that on your cruise when you go, I highly recommend trying it. It was delicious. And Matt tried it too and he loved it.
I'm disappointed that I didn't get that as my entree. Sure, I could have gone back and said, give me this, but you know, I let you enjoy it, and it was really good. I tried a few pieces, and like Alex said, the flavoring of the seasoning was excellent and kind of made the steak.
Yeah.
But the steak itself was also a good steak because, you know, there's a lot of
cut.
Yeah, there's a lot of times you could take like a bad cut of meat and just slap some flavor on it and have it taste good. But this was very tender. You could pretty much cut it with a fork. It was so good. And like when we go on our next cruise, I really hope they have it because
I was gonna say now we know for next time. So if we have it on our next cruise, you could get it. And try it.
We're gonna give you guys some more things that we liked, but I would say if you could take one thing away from this, it was that. Like that's the item that you should definitely try. We both really enjoyed it. And
we both got Chateaubriand on our first night, and I actually enjoyed this meal way better than the Chateaubriand.
I didn't care for the Chateaubriand at Royal Palace at all.
Yeah.
If you saw our cruise vlogs, you would know I didn't really care for it all that much, and you know.
This was definitely the better of the two options.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next we're going to talk a little bit about Cabanas. Cabanas has pretty much everything you can imagine to get. If you want chicken fingers and fries, if you want a salad, if you want burgers, they literally have everything. One of the standout things that I remember having, I believe for lunch one day, was the braised short ribs. If you go back in our videos, I talk about it a little bit. It was so tender that I cut it with a fork. You could see me in the video. I just pulled it apart with a fork, and it just melted in your mouth. It was so good. So if they have that at Cabanas, I highly recommend trying it, but they really have like everything that you can imagine.
Yeah. There's a little bit of everything at Cabana, so you'll be able to find something. Is it as good as the sit-down dinners? In my opinion, no. But you know, for lunch, it's really good. They had sushi. They had different types of pasta. They had like little wraps, like tuna wraps, and like all things like that. So pretty much anything that you would be looking for lunch. Breakfast as well, obviously with breakfast food. But Cabanas is a good option if you're looking for something quick and you know maybe you're not too hungry. Either you had like a late breakfast and you just want, or you want to go back and get a little snack to hold you over until dinner if you have the second dining. You know, Cabanas has a lot there, but I do remember those short ribs and those were good. good.
Yeah, very good.
And going back to Animator's Palate, when we were there for Pirate Night, which was a lot of fun, and Animator's Palate's cool if you've never been there before. It's a themed restaurant. So they, you know, the first night we went, they had Crush, and they would have Crush on the screen.
Yeah.
If you guys have been to Epcot and done like Turtle Talk with Crush, it was exactly the same thing pretty much. And then on Pirate Night, they had a bunch of different stuff, you know, playing on the screens in there. So the theming was really cool. And you actually had a really good dinner that night. It was a seafood dish, which I didn't have because I don't eat seafood, but you really liked it.
Yeah, it was called Jack's Treasure of the Sea. And it was basically just a simple pasta dish with shrimp on top. But what really stood out for us was that I didn't have to peel my own shrimps. The server came over, took the shrimps out of my plate, peeled them for me, and put them back. It was just, the service is unbelievable, as we've spoken about before. But it also, the pasta was just delicious that night. I remember really enjoying it.
Yeah.
So.
Shout out to Ali on the Disney Dream, who was the head waiter, I think they call it, the head server, whatever the terminology is. But Ali was awesome. He was the one that actually came and
peeled the shrimps.
Basically fed you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
After dinner comes dessert. And we had some really, really good desserts on our cruise. And the first one we're gonna talk about, I just wanna let you know, is not included with the cost of your cruise. So we had to pay out of pocket for this. And that was gelato at Vanellope's. And I had the Captain Crunch flavored gelato. And it was just so good. If you like Captain Crunch, it was literally just think of Captain Crunch ice cream. That's exactly what it was. Like the taste was fantastic. Everything was good. It was so creamy, like the texture was perfect. It was really, really good. And then you had like a peanut butter one?
I had peanut butter Snickers, and that was really good too. But I would say Matt's was better. I tried yours. I liked the Captain Crunch better. But they had so many different flavors. I like literally wanted all of them. And you can ask for like little sample like spoonfuls to decide which one you want.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable. I highly suggest like one night, like maybe even skipping dessert when you have dinner and going there instead and getting a cup of gelato, because it was delicious.
Yeah, or even if you're just hanging out and like you're watching maybe the movies on like the pool deck, or if it is Pirate Night and you're looking for like a little snack or something, they do have the free ice cream, which you can get in the cone, which is always a plus. But if you're looking for something a little bit extra, maybe a little bit more of a fun flavor, then we recommend the gelato. It wasn't super expensive. I want to say, I don't remember exactly, but I want to say for like a regular size cup, it was about maybe $3. Yeah. $3 and change. So definitely worth it in our opinion. We really enjoyed that. And then what other desserts did we like there?
So the one that really stands out is the sticky date pudding with vanilla ice cream. That was by far the best dessert that we had at our dinners. Now that we know that it's there, even if it's not on the menu, by the way, you can request it. I know either a lady next to us at the table that was sitting next to us, I believe she requested sticky date pudding every single night.
Yeah, well, they can
even
give
if
it to
it
you.
wasn't on the menu. And like I even might do that next time, because that was by far my favorite. I've never had anything like it. Like we were both eating it and we were like, what are we even eating right now? But it was just so delicious. The sticky date pudding is warm, paired with the cold vanilla ice cream. It was so good.
Yeah, it was a standout dessert.
Definitely.
Like we talked about like the Angus beef tenderloin being like the standout entree for us. I would say the standout dessert absolutely was sticky date pudding.
Yeah, it was very good. So if that's on your cruise, highly recommend you get it. Let us know if you like it, because that was our favorite, and I'm looking forward to getting it again when we go. Speaking of the sticky date pudding, we actually got that at Enchanted Garden when we ate there one night for dinner. And another thing that really stood out for me was the ahi tuna and avocado tower. Now, we first heard about this on Michael K's channel, so I was like so excited to get it when we went on the cruise. So when we finally saw it on the menu, I was like, I'm getting it. Once again, Matt doesn't like seafood, so he didn't try it. But if you love like sushi and like raw fish, it was delicious. It's basically just the raw ahi tuna with avocado in like this circular like little tower. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. I saw other people around me enjoying it as well. So if you like that, highly recommend. And that's also where we got the sticky date pudding, Enchanted Garden. So.
And we're gonna leave you guys with one little, not secret, but maybe something you're not aware that you can do, is you can actually order room service on the Disney Cruise Line, all included with the cost of your cruise, by the way. and you can order literally whatever you want. Like on our last night there, we ordered just milk and cookies to the room. Yeah. And we just ate milk and cookies in bed while watching like Disney movies. It was awesome. And the cookies were really good. They were like freshly baked and warm, and they came with like a nice glass of milk. It was just it's a nice little touch. So if you have you know,
I feel like not that many people know about it. So it's like a cute little like secret at the end of the night that you could do once you get back to your room and you just want to relax.
Yeah, and you could order, like with same thing with the room service. You could order as much or as little as you want. It's all included. If you want to order one chocolate chip cookie, you can do that. So yeah, just something fun that is different that you might not have thought to do, but it's there for you. So as you guys have noticed from this video, there's a lot of good food options. We just wanted to lay out a few of our favorites that we enjoyed when we were on the Disney Dream. Again, we went on the Dream, so I'm assuming that some of these items are maybe cross and end up on other ships. That I don't know for sure. But if you are going on the Dream, these are our list of recommended food items that you guys try. And again, it's all based on preference. This is what we like. You might like something different. You might have went on the cruise and not liked something that we mentioned that we did like. So it's all opinion, but we just wanted to share some of our favorite food options with you in case you guys going on the Dream and kind of curious about what you should try. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. It helps us out, lets us know you're enjoying the videos, and let us know in the comments down below what some of your favorite food items from the Disney Cruise Line are. We are going on a cruise in the spring, and that's gonna very likely be on the Fantasy. So if you have any food that you liked on the Fantasy, let us know down in the comments below. And if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And with that, we'll see you guys real soon.
Bye. Bye.